welcome once again to Matchday Jazz. Like we said last week, we're here to give you tips for your FPL to get like high ranks, to get the maximum points for the game week. Although the last game week, it's nothing to write about from me personally. It was a bad game week, and I know it was also a bad game week for a lot of FPL managers. Yeah. But now you feel come back now for sure.
Oh, if you come back. Last game week it was an anomaly. It won't happen again.
Yeah.
It might happen again, but not like this.
Why not like this? Hopefully it no go happen again.
You say me I did explain. Oh, no, they won't be your captain.
Don't let's not get into that. Like, you know, your game week is going to be bad when you check the lineup for the team. Your captain is there, but for a few minutes later, they say your captain injured. Like, why? Like FPL gods, what are you guys doing to my team? Like, did I offend you? Because I knew Palmer was going to cook against West Ham, but things happen. Let's move on to the next game week. But let's just briefly touch on game week 2. Like, how was your game week?
Yeah, so this game week was actually better than last week. I finished with 44 points.
Wait, you say it was better than last game week?
In terms of points?
Wow, you must be having quite the season then.
No, like, in terms of points, it was better. I don't really... Last week, you know what my points were. So, this week, there are some injuries that, like, it fuck up my team. Like, Frimpong got a last-minute injury, so I had to replace my Ballard. Ballard got another injury. So, yeah, let me just go into my team. Cells, my keeper, he's going to be my keeper for a while. He had 2 points. Disappointing, because he conceded. Cucurella, constant guy. You can get Cucurella if you don't have him. 5 points. He's always going to give you that range, actually. Milenkovic gave me 2 points. Ballard, I don't want to talk about Ballard. 1 point. Dewsbury gave me 2 points. Reindeers, big disappointment. I know I told a lot of you guys to get Reindeers. Here's the thing. He don't play as a box-to-box. Checky playing in that formation made him more defensive.
Checky spoiled the motion.
Yeah, Checky spoiled the motion. So it made him more defensive. So that's actually what happened that game week. It don't mean say you don't fit captain him in the future, but I feel for now I'm going to monitor and smoke because Pep be madman. He just get that big formation anyhow. Salah, my captain, actually gave me 10 points. Thank God for his assist in the last minute. Onana, he gave me 1 point. João Pedro, 15. I should have captained João Pedro. If you captain João Pedro, big ups.
A lot of people
probably got like around 30.
Yeah.
If you're the person who got 140 points and you're listening to us right now, I don't know how you thought of all these things. but I think that person had 145 points for João Pedro. So a nice boost.
Triple captain then.
Yeah. Wood, 2 points. Watkins, I'm going to sell this guy. If you have him and you don't have patience, sell him. Give me 2 points. Yeah. So I finished with 44. That was kind of my roundup of my week.
You know. So for game week 3, like, what are your plans? Are you planning any chips? Are you making transfers?
There's 2 things right now. I'm thinking of using my wild card, or honestly just switch Watkins for ATK.
Yeah, I would say wild card is tough because after game week 3 there's an international break. So if you use wild card, you buy players, they might get injured during international break, which you can't predict. But you can also take the gamble. It's a gamble for wild card.
It's a gamble right now because it's a gamble because I wanna. At the start of the season, you forget like good points.
Good point. Like, you should start with good points instead of trying to catch up later on. Yeah,
like, it happens. But like that's what I'm thinking. If I'm getting someone like a TK, and if I'm doing anything with a wild card, I'm gonna then get Gakpo, Neto, and then Pedro Porro. So if I'm doing the wild card, those are the 3 players I'm doing the wild card for. So that's kind of my plan for the next week. It's still undecided, but I'll decide before Saturday.
Okay.
How about you?
For me, I'm also considering playing a chip for the next game week. Like you said, like starting early, you have to start with those points. It's better starting with very good points instead of catching up later in the season. So I'm also thinking about, but I'm not thinking wildcard, I'm thinking free hits. At least with free hits for the next game week, I can make my selections, and after like the international break, it resets to my normal team, and I decide from then onwards. So I'm not decided on the free hit yet. Another option is I'm thinking about selling either Palmer, because Palmer is an injury scare. Like, we are not sure if he will start the next game. So I will watch out for like the news, because you can get updates online on maybe he's back from the injury, if he's gonna start or not. But I'm thinking about selling either Palmer or Wets for either Gibbs White, because Gibbs White is playing West Ham next, and West Ham this season.
You know rate West Ham.
West Ham this season. No, like how I go rate them. You don't fit me. Sunderland 3-0. Chelsea 5-1. Okay. What will Nottingham Forest do to them? If you are being like real, if you are following like
Wood is even a captain. Is a captain you could.
Wood is another player I'm thinking about selling to is Watkins, but I've made one transfer already, which was Frimpong. I still have Frimpong on my bench because I didn't want to risk -4 last game week, so I just used my free transfer to sell Frimpong for Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro has been like getting good points this season so far. First game week he had a clean sheet, and the second game week 2 clean sheet. So at least clean sheet points. So I bought Porro, and I'm also thinking about maybe taking minus points, like maximum of -4. I don't want to go -8. Because if I'm going -8, I have to get everything right then. So I'm either thinking sell Wets, buy Gibbs White or Grealish, or sell Watkins, buy Wood or Ekitike. So those are my plans right now. But like before the game we start, we'll also be posting our most recent, like our final team for the game week on our social media pages, on X, Twitter, if people call it that, or on TikTok. Everyone calls it Twitter. Everyone they call that Twitter. So either on TikTok, like we're posting our final selection on TikTok and on X or Twitter. Yeah. And
there's time, like this time the deadline is Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Canadian time.
So there will be a lot of tweaks. There will be a lot of.
You can use Friday night to do whatever you have to do. Get ready for 6 a.m. Chelsea's game is at 7:30, so let's try it.
That's EST, Eastern Standard Time. And captaincy picks. Like, what are your captaincy choices for next game?
Right now, captain is 2 people. I know. Last week I talked Ryan there, so I ended up doing a completely thing. Like that be how I did. I can wake up Friday morning and think this is my captain.
I would say that's everybody. The FPL.
Wake up and change it. So
FPL,
I usually they give like 2 or 3 options. So based on what I would give, then you make that call. Right now I'm thinking Wood, because of his fixture West Ham, like how you talk about them. I think of Pedro Neto. He's looking like someone who will go assist more or even score out of nowhere.
Oh, are you planning on buying him, Neto?
Yeah.
Okay, you're planning on playing.
If I use a wild card and I get him,
in this scenario,
Neto is my captain for sure.
Okay.
Those 2 right now who I'm thinking of. João Pedro looks like the one.
I was shocked you didn't call.
João Pedro might be the one I might end up even going for.
Yeah.
But I'll say those 3 for now. How about you, bro?
For me, I'm either thinking of giving Haaland another chance as captain, because Haaland is a player that you can't really predict. So he can either like big hits, like score 2 goals, 1 assist or something like that, or big blank. Just goes throughout the game, nothing for you. Sure. So like he said to FPL, you feel wake up tomorrow morning, you change your mind. So my 3 options, I'll give you guys 3 options to Haaland, João Pedro, and if I buy Wood, I might also make Wood my captain.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are my 3. I was shocked you didn't go for Salah again. Is it Arsenal? Are you scared?
No. Like Salah might even score more than he has done against Arsenal. But what are they look at right now? Chelsea players they score, then they click now. Like the attackers start they click now. So there's certainly going to be a lot of goals in the match. So that's why they look at Neto. Because Neto now he show with the Wolves Neto. like very attacking, very forward.
He's looking like he wants to score goals. He wants to be
exactly.
involved.
No Chelsea player now they dribble, 10, pass. Like all of them they dribble, take on their man, assist, shoot. You know, like it's forward playing. So that's Neto. I don't know if I mentioned Gakpo, but Gakpo be someone to he will give assist.
Yeah.
If he is steady and he is somebody
he's
the one like if he's on the pitch, he's the one like providing the passes to Ekitike.
Yeah, and as you mentioned Gakpo now, it reminded me of something. I don't know, like even I won't take my advice. Florian Wirtz, me could have find way come out that guy for your team. If he prove me wrong, but I don't even think he will prove me wrong against Arsenal. Like I've watching the past 2 games. If they look like say they're interested in say one score assist.
I think the Community Shield did 1 assist. He's one of those.
Yeah, that was what deceived me.
He's one of them players he like Gravenberch.
Yeah, he's
a playmaker.
But for FPL, we know they look say
he's a playmaker.
We want high possibility players that can either score.
There's so many playmakers in Liverpool. So it go down in chance of actually being that star player who they just create chances for everybody.
I did get this.
But give him chance.
But me, I go tell you now, he will not define points. Florian Wirtz, we couldn't find
give him chance.
Come on, that guy.
You
saying give him chance, but me at the tell now, find way come on that guy. Gakpo, like if you're looking for assets, like FPL assets in Liverpool, Gakpo is there, Ekitike is there, and the Oga of Salah. Those are the main 3. Florian Wirtz, it doesn't look like he's ready yet, like he's serious yet. He's not ready. So and going into next game week, like what other players will you like? Can you give shout out for FPL managers to consider?
The 3 actually: Neto, Gakpo, and Ekitike.
Okay.
Ekitike is scoring almost every game now. Neto is in good form, and Gakpo can guarantee you assists. Like if you're watching past few fixtures, he always the assist. You know, and Liverpool, if they get Isaac, we're in trouble, man. Big trouble. How about you though? Who do you wanna go?
For me, looking at Arsenal assets now, like they've been underrated. Like that, like their defense, especially their attack, they have Gilchrist. He has started scoring now. He scored 2 goals in the last game. But against Liverpool, I don't want to get any Arsenal asset yet. Because like after Liverpool, they have good fixtures. They face Burnley, I think, and they face Everton, if I'm not wrong. So Arsenal has like good fixtures, and I'm also thinking about Manchester United too. Like they are Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes. You might say because he missed penalty, you are avoiding, but he's a player to that. He's a madman. He can score 2 goals in the next game, give 2 assists or something because they are facing Burnley, and that was Manchester United like most easiest fixture so far. So if they are unless they are showing that this season they want to go back to relegation like they were doing last season, but you can also consider Manchester United assets like Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes, and maybe in their defense Dogu. I'm still rooting for Dogu, although so far he has disappointed me, but I'll be patient with him. He's a player I feel he will eat one day, and I want to eat those points with him. And Arsenal too, Timber. Like I know a lot of people don't rush by Timber. The way he rush,
you're not good doing it.
the way he rush. But you can consider him Califiori. But the only thing about those 2 is they don't play full game from what I've seen so far. At the time they remove them like 62,
they bring
70. They sub, they sub. So like in the case where you go wrong, maybe they don't score Arsenal or something, it should be a very bad week if you have those 2. And in Arsenal attack, Gilchrist, like I said, I don't think I'm interested in any other Arsenal attacker except Gilchrist.
What you mentioned is good. It's good enough. Those are the ones I'll have in my mind as well.
Okay.
So as we promised last week, we were gonna bring an FPL expert, like a guru, a veteran in the game. He's been playing FPL for over 12 years, so he will give you the right advice you will carry forward into the new week. Last week was kind of rough for everyone, especially if you had Palmer. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But for the upcoming week, you definitely want to jazz up. So Jordan, what do you have for us?
Yeah, so I have my team from last week, and yeah, last week was a bad week for me, especially. It's not because I ended up around 7 million game week rank last week. That was a very bad week.
Wow.
Haaland blanked, Wood blanked, Mbumo, Kudus, most of the Liverpool assets. I think even if you try to get, like, I was fortunate enough. I did this guy, Frimpong. What did he even do last week? Thankfully, I did not have him too.
Well, Frimpong was injured. Yeah.
He was injured.
Yeah.
I haven't took him out last season too.
Yeah, so most of my team was just bad. Poro brought some points. Then I had Van de Ven, and he was on my bench.
Wow.
I had Wan-Bissaka with 0 points. And Chelsea did not keep a clean sheet to Sanchez. So the team was like just hanging on Pedro. Pedro was the only person that brought in significant points for me. And my decision to not bring in someone like Isaka or a Timber was what took me down ultimately, because before the Arsenal and Liverpool game, I guess Salah with that final assist was like a nail in the coffin to just bring down the average. So people that had all those players, those stray players, it helped them to gather points. The Saka, the Arsenal defenders. And yeah, that's just how I feel this game. It was underwhelming, but I'm happy that it's over now.
Yeah, like Gameweek 2 was very bad for a lot of FPL players. But do you have like plans for the next game week? Like, what are the plans you're taking?
Yeah, so I have plans for next game week. I've already made my transfers. Normally, I would wait for very, very close to the next game week. But at this point of happening, like when I know that, okay, Palmer might not play the next game week, and my thinking too behind Palmer is that initially he was on my bench, but I've decided to just sell him for someone that can sit on my bench comfortably while being a good asset. That is Anthony for Burnley, because he had 13 points against Sunderland last week, and he's just 5.5 million, and he can sit on my bench for the next 3 weeks. Maybe by game week 5, I might try to play him against I think is it Nottingham Forest. So he's a good player at the wing for Burnley, and he's racking points like silently. So I'll just keep him on my bench and see what happens. Then in terms of my direct replacement for Palmer, I've gone with Cunha at United, because this is the easiest fixture we're going to have. So it's going to be an easy way to just try and get some points from someone that looks good in attacks.
Okay, that sounds good though. But like, so you're a manager that is not like pressing the panic button yet, because there are a lot of managers planning to take wild card, cheap, or free hit. Like, a lot of managers are planning to play that. So you're gonna keep your chips for later.
Yeah, but like I already played one in game week 1, so I feel like I've beat I've used it to get the start I would like, that I will have wanted maybe last season or like in a typical season. So in terms of chips, I've had this week to like the correction of it has to happen obviously, where you have a good game week 1.
Okay. That was another like good strategy to like hold on your chips since you've already played one. And like, what other players would you like have considered? Let's say you want to play cheap now, or you have the option to get like unlimited transfer. Like, what other players would you suggest for FPL managers?
I would consider Jack Grealish because of his contribution in the last game, and he's such a steal. I think he's 6.5 or 7.
Oh well, yeah. Do you have like any questions?
He pretty much covered everything. I was gonna ask you about Grealish, so I'm happy to say you even mentioned him. But yeah, like it was nice having you on here. I'm definitely gonna take some of your advice.
Definitely,
especially that Cunha one, and we'll have you on here maybe sometime later in the season when you're probably number 1 in your league, and
when
if you win the Match Day Jazz League as well, we'll probably have you here. Congratulate you.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure having you on.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll talk to you soon. it was nice having you on here for episode 2 of Matchday Jazz. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Some of you they call on X now, but we call on Twitter. And our code for our league, Matchday Jazz, will be in the description. Don't forget to join, and don't forget the deadline is in December.
Definitely.
So join as soon as you can and win the money. See you next week.